B2 Bomber, one of the greatest inventions of the aviation industry. The B2 Bomber, or the B2 Northrop Spirit Bomber, is not like any other plane. Regular planes have the fuselage, tail, and wings. But that's not the B2 Bomber. This piece of outstanding engineering technology only has a wing. It's literally a wing, a flying wing. And being called the stealth isn't only because of its color or some marketing propaganda. This piece of engineering technology is a subsonic flying wing with a crew of 2, a pilot on the left seat and a mission commander on the right seat. But it can carry one more crew member if needed. The B2 Bomber is specifically designed to carry only 2 GBU-57 or the Massive Ordnance Penetrator Bomb or the MOP bomb, MOP bomb. The GBU-57 bomb weighs roughly 14,000 kilograms. The GBU-57 isn't any kind of a bomb, it's the BBC bomb. Once the B2 Bomber gets into your skies, every Tom, Dick and Harry becomes insecure. This BBC bomb, named the Massive Ordnance Penetrator, the MOP, is designed to penetrate even the hardest materials known to man. It doesn't matter if it's pure mountainous rocks or reinforced concrete known to mankind. It doesn't matter. Almost nothing can stop it. It's like it's got some jelly on it. When it's dropped on any bunker or mountain, it deeply penetrates like it's nothing. The MOP is made in such a way that it conveys a single message. I don't care what materials you use to build your bunkers. It doesn't matter how deep you dig your bunkers. I will find you, and I will hit you so hard in ways that you could have never imagined. The B2 Bomber doesn't fly alone. It's not a fighter jet. It's a bomber. It's always accompanied by refueling tankers, notably the Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker, which refuels it while still airborne, allowing it to stay in the skies for 2 days. Mid-air refueling, often done blind at night using visual cues, is particularly challenging and a dangerous task that requires high precision from the crew. With refueling, it can fly over 44 hours, which means it can fly anywhere around the world and back to its base. The B2 Bombers are extreme fuel guzzlers. This is why it needs mid-air refueling when flying for longer distances. This bird weighs 71,700 kilograms. You can imagine the amount of fuel needed for that massive bird. It looks small, but this is not a small bird. It's a massive bird. The wingspan of the B2 Bomber extends up to 52.4 meters, approximately 172 feet. That's more than half the size of a football pitch. Fun fact, these crew members need drugs, the go pills, dextroamphetamine, to reduce fatigue when flying for longer distances. The decision to use these pills depends on the mission, the pilot's individual needs, and after consultation with flight surgeons. Pilots undergo extensive sleep studies and nutritional education to manage alertness and digestion during long flights, often relying on bland foods like turkey sandwiches due to limited onboard facilities. The cockpit is designed to allow one crew member to rest in a small cot behind the seats during long sorties. Before we talk about the engineering, let's talk about the money. I love money, and I know you love money. Don't you love money? I love money. The B2 program was highly controversial due to its outrageous cost, averaging $2.13 billion per aircraft, which includes the cost of development, engineering, testing, production, and procurement. Oof, that's a lot of money for a single aircraft. That's equivalent to 86,000 modern average 3-bedroom houses in my country, Kenya, and almost 12,000 homes in West Virginia, United States, and almost 5,000 average homes in the entire US. We haven't even talked about managing it, repairs, or operating it. Its operational costs are exceptionally high, primarily due to the high maintenance cost, which require over 100 hours of maintenance for every hour of flight. This brings the maintenance cost to about $3.4 million per month per aircraft, or up to $135,000 per flight hour. That's the amount of money that changes lives in a third world country. In just 30 minutes, this bird burns the kind of money that will build a 3-bedroom house, buy a locally used 2015 Outback, educate 2 people in the best universities in the country for 4 years, and still have some change. That's a ton of money in my country. And I know it's a ton of money in almost all countries around the world. Also in the United States, $135,000 is a lot of money. This aircraft needs specialized maintenance. To maintain its stealth properties, particularly its coatings, the B2 is stored in climate control hangars that cost approximately $5 million each. This aircraft is a money guzzler, and only 21 units were ever built, which means over a whopping $42 billion was spent on these massive birds. The US originally planned 132 bombers, but it was reduced to 21 due to budgetary pressures and the winding down of the Cold War. Unfortunately, one aircraft was destroyed in 2008 crash and another was deemed uneconomical to repair after a 2022 accident, leaving 19 units currently in service as of 2025. Now let's talk about the engineering. This is where things get a little bit interesting and complicated. We could have been many things in our lives, including an engineer, but anyway, we'll talk about the engineering of the B2 Bomber. The B2 Spirit Bomber is a remarkable feat of engineering that pushed the limits of technology, creating an aircraft that was and remains a unique asset in global security. This aircraft is designed to reach crucial targets undetected due to its advanced stealth capabilities. Its engineering focuses on a unique blend of low observable technologies, aerodynamic efficiency, and substantial payload capacity. The B2 is based on the flying wing concept, originally envisioned by engineer Jack Northrop in the 1940s, with designs like the YB-49. This concept, initially rejected due to stability issues without modern computers, became feasible with advancement in fly-by-wire technology. It was developed under the Advanced Technology Bomber Program, ATB, initiated in the 1978, with the ambitious goal of creating a bomber that could slip past Soviet defenses like a ghost. Unlike conventional aircraft, the B2 is essentially one continuous wing with no fuselage or tail, which is crucial for its low radar cross-section and aerodynamic efficiency. The second key feature of the B2 bomber is its advanced stealth technology. The B2 bomber is designed to be so stealthy, making it fly in enemy skies undetectable. It achieves its stealth capabilities due to a number of factors. First of all, we have to talk about how radar works. The radar usually detects planes by emitting radio waves, which are often reflected back to the radar system, allowing operators to determine the location and distance of the plane and track its movement. This system doesn't work for B2 bomber. The B2 bomber has a very unique shape. Its flying wing structure features curved and rounded surfaces, a technique known as continuous wave, designed to deflect radar waves rather than reflecting them back to their source. It lacks any vertical structures like a conventional radar or tail, which would otherwise reflect radar waves. This jet is made of radar absorbent materials, RAM. Its skin is coated with top secret polymer based RAM that absorbs radar energy instead of reflecting it. The majority of the aircraft is constructed from carbon graphite composite material, which is strong, lightweight, and absorbs significant radar energy. Fiberglass epoxy is used on the edges to reflect radar, while fiberglass polyamide is a heat-resistant, stealthy material. The aircraft is assembled with unusually tight engineering tolerances and large, smooth panels with minimal seams to reduce radar reflections from edges and imperfections. Most notably, this jet has 4 General Electric F-118 turbofan engines deeply buried within the aircraft's body to conceal their fan blades and minimize their radar signature. Reportedly, the B2 has a low radar cross-section of approximately 0.1 meters squared, which is stated to be 1,000 times smaller than that of the B-52. This extremely low radar cross-section makes it extremely difficult to detect the B2 bomber. It's even easier to detect a pigeon at that distance than the B2 bomber. You can imagine how difficult it is for enemies to detect the B2 bomber. The deeply buried engines within the aircraft's body allows it to minimize the thermal or infrared signature of the exhaust. Air is drawn through an S-curve intake, and a hot exhaust is mixed with cooler ambient air from the boundary layer before expulsion, significantly lowering the exhaust temperature. The exhaust is dispersed laterally over heat-resistant carbon fiber reinforced polymer and titanium alloy elements to accelerate cooling. This significantly lowers the temperature of the exhaust, reducing its thermal or infrared signature and making it difficult for heat-seeking missiles to lock on. The B2 bomber does not use afterburners, as their hot exhaust will increase its infrared signature, and breaking the sound barrier will produce a sonic boom and aerodynamic heating. The aircraft is painted in an anti-reflective paint for daylight operations, with dark undersides to blend into the sky at high altitudes. It may even have an upward-facing light sensor to alert the pilot to adjust altitude to match sky illuminance. A contrail sensor alerts the crew when they should change altitude to avoid visible contrails. The third key feature of the B2 bomber is its advanced flight control system. Due to the inherent flight instability of a tailless flying wing aircraft, the B2 relies on a complex quadruplex computer-controlled fly-by-wire flight control system. This system constantly makes automatic adjustments to control surfaces to maintain stability in flight, allowing for unthinkable maneuvers for an aircraft of this size. Instead of conventional radars, the B2 uses split drag radars located at the trailing edge of the wing to provide directional stability and control. When a split radar opens, it creates drag, causing the aircraft to yaw. However, their control efficiency is low for small deflection angles, making the B2 turn relatively slowly compared to other military aircraft. It also features outboard, mid, and inboard elevons near the engine exhaust that move independently or as a single unit for roll and pitch control. The aircraft uses pitot static sensing plates instead of traditional pitot tubes to gather air data, further enhancing its stealth. Early fly-by-wire software lagged pilot commands, complicating refueling, but updates have improved responsiveness. The fourth key feature of the B2 bomber is its sophisticated avionics and system. The B2 is equipped with advanced avionics, including a fuel control system, an altitude display unit, a weapon control system, and a terrain-following radar. It features a sophisticated GPS-aided targeting system, which uses its AN/APQ-181 synthetic aperture radar to map targets before deploying GPS-aided bombs. The radar arrays have been upgraded to an active electronically scanned array. A defensive management system informs the flight crew of potential threats and can automatically assess their detection capabilities. The DMS was planned for upgrades to detect radar emissions and allow in-flight route changes. The aircraft's internal computing architecture was extensively redesigned, incorporating an integrated processing unit and a fiber optic network controlled by 13 EMP-resistant MIL STD 1750 ampere computers. Notably, if GPS is unavailable, the B2 can navigate using the stars. An onboard test system continuously monitors components and provides post-mission servicing instructions for ground crews. The final key feature of the B2 bomber is its payload capacity. The B2 can hold approximately 167,000 pounds, that is approximately 75,000 kilograms of fuel. This gives it an unrefueled range of over 6,000 nautical miles, approximately 11,000 kilometers. With air refueling, its range extends to 12,000 miles, approximately 19,000 kilometers, and it can remain airborne for up to 44 hours. The process of mid-air refueling is challenging, especially at night, requiring high precision and memorized reference points. It can carry up to 40,000 pounds, approximately 18,000 kilograms, of ordnance internally in 2 bomb bays, which minimizes radar visibility compared to external mounting. The B2 can deploy a diverse range of weapons, including the 80 Mark 82 bombs, 500 pounds each, or 16 AGM-158 missiles, using a rotary weapon system. It is the only platform compatible with a 30,000 pound, approximately 14,000 kilograms, of GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator, also known as the bunker buster. The MOP is deployed from high altitude and uses advanced guidance technology with fins for trajectory adjustment to penetrate hardened structures, capable of burying itself over 60 meters, approximately 200 feet, into reinforced concrete. The B2 was primarily designed as a nuclear bomber and can carry nuclear weapons such as the B61 and B83. The B2 bomber will be replaced by the smaller, stealthier, and more advanced B21 Raider, a project aimed to be done by 2032. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to support me, kindly leave a like and a comment and subscribe and share with your friends and family. This allows the YouTube algorithm to show this video to as many people as possible.